Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to recreate this really fun neon colored tie-dye type of makeup look. I thought this look would be really fun for a festival or a Halloween costume, something really colorful, bold, and different. I'm going to start with a base, so I'm going to use a mix of 2 shades of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Foundation 6, applying the lighter shade in my highlight areas and the darker shade in the contour areas and blending out. Then to bronze and contour a bit more, I'm going to use my Tarte waterproof bronzer and frame the face with this as well as the contour areas, so the sides of the nose, cheekbones, jawline, and forehead. Then to set everything, I'm using the Airspun Translucent Loose Face Powder. I'm going to fill in my brows using the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, and I'm just going to thicken up the shape a bit and fill in the color to darken them. Now moving on to the fun stuff. I'm going to use a bunch of water-activated neon paints and the Profusion Spectrum 10 Shade Pro Pigment Palette. I found one of the best ways to apply these to get the color payoff was actually using a craft sponge, and you can use the shape and size that it already is in, or you can actually cut it to be smaller or to create a certain shape. So I'm first starting with the pigment palette. It's up to you on the design and colors that you choose. I'm going to start with the warmer shades here first, working my way out with the cooler shades. And I'm just going to press this on. It gives a beautiful blend when applying these using the craft brushes. So they're really doing the work for you. You don't have to spend a ton of time on blending. This look itself is very unique because there's actually 4 different types of looks that can be recreated throughout this process, depending on the look that you're going for. I'll explain what I mean during the video. So it's kind of like a layout for me to figure out where I'm going to put the water-activated colors. Right over top of that, I'm going to use those water-activated paints, and I'm going to apply these in a stipple effect, so basically a bunch of little dots. And I'm actually using a nail tool for this. There's a bunch of items you could use. You could honestly just use the handle of a brush to get that circle shape. I'll link everything in the description box for you guys if you want to shop anything or have any other questions. I'll also include discount codes for you guys, so check that out. So following the original color design, I'm just going to, again, place these right over top. This is a pretty timely process. However, I was really happy with the results, so it was worth it. I also mix in a few dots of white here and there to lighten and brighten certain areas. That of course is up to you. You could also use primary rather than neon or metallics. So this is the first option of the look, how it should look with just the stippling effect or just the dots. It's kind of like a pixely effect. I really do like the way it looks as is, but I really did want to turn this more into a blended tie-dye or watercolor sort of look. So to achieve that, I'm going to simply take my tool with just water on it this time and start to do little circle motions to blend the colors out. The excess water is going to allow the paint that you already have on your skin to bleed and blend into each other, creating more of like a blended swirl type effect. Sort of like if you were to put a t-shirt in tie-dye. This tiny tool and circular motion allows me to get a lot of detail and a lot of color blend. If you choose to use a bigger tool, you'll still get the blend effect, but you will have less color variation and less detail. And you're just going to continue that same motion and process all the way around both eyes. You could, of course, add more water to get more bleeding from the colors, so that's going to create more of like a dripping effect. And this is what the finished look would look like if you had just left it as the blended tie-dye effect, which again, I also really love. I think this is such a beautiful, fun look. All right, so the third option, which is obviously darker and more dramatic / artsy, would be using the black. So I'm gonna take the black water paint and excess water and allow this to drip from the eye, again, getting that teary kind of bleeding effect from the paint, and just letting this fall down my cheeks. I'm also gonna bring this down on my neck and chest and hand. So I'm gonna do brush strokes and splatter. To get the splatter effect, the best way I found to do it is using a toothbrush. So you're just gonna pack on that paint with excess water, then using your finger, pull the bristles back and let that paint fly. So I'm just allowing the splatter itself to be very organic. Wherever it lands, it lands. So however or wherever you wanna place this, that's completely up to you. And then the fourth option I thought of later on would be if you actually used white. So you could do the same effect that you did using black, but instead you could use white, which would also be a really fun idea, but that would make the look a lot lighter and brighter. There's so many different ways that you can do this look, different variations to better fit you. You could add a ton of different accessory options to really dress this up as well. A bold lip color or even a color lash. I just chose to use black. You could also go across the nose to make more of a full-on mask look. So yeah, just use your imagination with it. I really enjoyed creating this look. I just loved being basically a human canvas for this paint. The process was a lot of fun and I really was pleased with the overall look. So I hope you guys also enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to make sure you're still subscribed to my channel and check out the description box for more information. I would love to know what you guys are planning on being for Halloween this year, so be sure to comment that down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.